You ever wake up one morning and feel like half your life just passed you by? You look back and think, what have I really done? Not the job, not the bills, not the scrolling or even the surviving, but in terms of actually living. You realize that you've been moving, but not really alive, or like you've been breathing, but not really awake. By the end of this video, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, you're going to understand why that feeling of regret is not your end, but is really your beginning. This is because the pain of wasted years can either destroy you or it can wake you up to the best years of your life. Now tell me something. Have you ever felt like you were sleepwalking through your own life? This is something that is really common. And I need all of you to understand that this is not a journey that you're alone with, or in, I should say. Just because it doesn't look like a lot of people around you are going through this, doesn't mean they're not. You have some people that are better at hiding these things. And you also have the shaitan sitting behind us whispering, it's only you. You're the only one afflicted with this problem. You're the only one in this situation. You have to understand that this isn't the reality. You have to understand that there are hundreds, probably, if not hundreds of thousands of Muslims going through this. Muslims and non-Muslims. So I need you to understand that you're not alone, and it's something that we can get over. We just have to make a little bit of effort. And this is because there is a way back. There is a way to rebuild. But you have to understand that it starts with honesty. Once you face yourself without hiding behind the distractions, you're going to see that Allah opens up doors from you that you didn't even know existed. And as always, I'm going to tell you why this matters to you as an individual. So pay attention. We're going to talk about it from a personal lens. We're going to talk about it from the community lens. And as usual, we're going to talk about it in terms of the future lens. All right? Now, in terms of the personal lens, when you ignore your soul, everything else starts to fall apart. Your prayers feel heavy. Relationships, they feel shallow. And your days start to blend one into the other like one big fog. And you start to wonder, what's the point of it all? And when we talk about the community lens, our ummah is filled with people that are just going through the motions. They work, survive, but you're going to notice that they're spiritually asleep. And the result? We lose drive, leadership, and purpose. Remember that the world doesn't change because we don't change. And in terms of the future lens, if nothing changes, I want you to imagine standing before Allah with a lifetime of potential that's been unused. Imagine realizing that you could have been more, but you never tried. That's not just a small loss. That's the greatest of tragedies. Now think about this for a minute. Which of these lenses hits you the hardest? The personal, community, or the future lens? And now let's talk about how this works out in our real everyday life. You have to understand that life gets heavy. You start in your 20s with a lot of dreams, and then the bills, stress, heartbreak, and disappointment, it comes in waves. You start numbing yourself by scrolling, by binge working without any type of passion. You stop feeling, you stop fighting, and before you know it, years have passed. Maybe you used to make dua every night, but now you just fall asleep scrolling on your phones. Or maybe you used to have a lot of goals for yourself, even religious goals, but now you're just trying to force yourself to make it through the week. It's not that you stop believing. It's just that life has beat down on you and trained you to just figure out how to survive. We all know that pain. That quiet voice that says that you could have done more. And it hurts because you know it's true. But I want you to understand today that that voice is not your enemy. It's your alarm clock. Allah's waking you up to something. This is, or actually I should say it goes right along with many of the stories that you all have told me through these different platforms, as well as through some of our coaching sessions. That people wake up every day and say, you know, look, I haven't really done what I wanted to do, or I'm not where I'm at, where I wanted to be, and I'm so upset about it. But you have to understand the fact that you've woken up to that and now you have that second chance is a huge blessing. It's not something that should hold you back. Having that understanding is something that should be celebrated. It's a blessing. It's not a curse. Tayyip. And now that we've talked about this, right? We've talked about the problem. Well, actually, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. I was about to say I'm not going to call it a problem because there is a problem that exists here. The problem isn't realizing that you've wasted some time. The problem is the issue of, how can I put it? Our mindset, the way that we think, what we understand. Tayyip. Yes, we all have things in our past that we'd like to change that would have made our present day a lot better, bi'idhnillah. The problem is the fact that we sit back and we beat ourselves up for it instead of making that change and moving forward. The problem is that we sit and we blame ourselves rather than use it as a stepping stone. So the problem is, as I always tell all of you, it's about our mindset. It's about the fact that instead of looking at it correctly, we look at it the way that society has taught us to see things, which, as you see, all you have to do is look all around us. The way that we've been trained to look and see things leads to nothing but our own destruction. So it's all about shifting the way that we see things, shifting the way that we understand things, and moving correctly. Because only after this shift can we start moving in the right direction. So the problem, again, isn't the fact that we realize that we've left a lot behind. The problem is the way that we think. And this is what we're here to change today. We're going to talk about steps to solving this problem. All right. So if you don't have your piece of paper and your pencil set aside, stop the video right now. Go get it. Because these steps are not only motivational, but they are transformative. We're going to change everything. We're going to turn everything around as of today. Tomorrow, you will no longer be able to say, listen, I wasted all of that. You're going to be able to say today or yesterday, I got a lot done. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So get your pens and papers together. And inshallah ta'ala, I'm going to start now. If you don't have it together, stop the video and just restart it, inshallah, and join in with us. All right? So let's start discussing these practical solutions that we're going to turn into these steps. So ask yourself, how do you rebuild when you feel like it's too late? Step one is acknowledging the truth. Simply stop lying to yourself. Admit that you've been distant and that your heart feels dry. Allah Ta'ala, He says in the Quran, He says, indeed, Allah will not change the condition of the people until they change that which is in themselves. The first step is not the action, that change. The first step is honesty. Without being honest with yourself, you're not going to move forward. I hope that made sense. And step two is going back to the basics. When you feel lost, don't chase 20 new goals. Return to the foundation, which is your salah. Make that your anchor. Don't just pray every day to check off a box, but pray like your soul is gasping for air. Because whether or not you realize it, it is. Let the salah be where you start or restart your life. And step 3, rebuild one habit at a time. We often want to fix everything all at once. But real change starts with one consistent step. Wake up 15 minutes earlier so that you can make dua. Or replace 1 hour of scrolling with 1 page of Quran. These small acts help you rebuild your iman muscle. The Prophet ﷺ, he said that the most beloved deeds to Allah are those that are consistent, even if they're small. And step 4, face your regrets with action. You have to understand, it's important, it's imperative that you understand that regret without action is poison. But regret with action, it becomes motivation. Think about what you lost, not to cry over it, but to use it as fuel. Say to yourself, I've wasted years, but not anymore. Make tawbah, start again, and let every step forward count as part of your redemption. And step 5, surround yourself with purpose. You can't stay awake around people who are still sleeping. If your circle isn't pushing you closer to Allah, believe me when I tell you it's pulling you away from Him. Find a space where you're reminded of your goals, reminded of your faith, reminded of your growth. That's how you protect your progress. This reminds me of a phrase that we used to say back in America a lot. And this is something that we used to say before Allah guided me to Islam. And it's that you can't expect an ex-drug addict to remain an ex-drug addict if they sit in the trap house. You have to get them outside of that environment, into an environment that's conducive for them to get better and to do better. You can't leave them sitting in there. As a matter of fact, they tell you not just to leave them outside of there, but move them completely away from there. So they're no longer in that environment or around those people or running into those people that they used to do that with. So the environment, your companions, those people that you are around are very important in your being able to make that progress that you're looking to make. You have to understand that. I hope that makes sense. Now, I want to ask you a question, and I need you to be honest with me. What do you think hurts more? The time that you've wasted, or that fear that you might actually waste those years that you have left? And be honest. I want to hear what it is you have to say in your rationale. Leave it in the comments. Bi-idhnillah. And as I always tell you, if this message hit home for you, don't let it stop at being motivational. Take the next step. Like this video, drop your thoughts below in the comment section, and share it with someone who might be fighting the same battle inside that hundreds of thousands of Muslims are going through themselves. And if you personally are serious about waking up, rebuilding, and growing with others who are moving that same exact direction, make sure that you sign in with us at the Next Level Muslim Community on our Patreon. The link is in the description. And welcome to all of the new people that have joined as well. Because at some point in time, you have to decide you've had enough sleepwalking. It's time to start living with purpose again.